who they were. Because people tell you, so-and-so talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I sent her the file to something called WeTransfer. I was literally walking her through how to upload her Facebook page. I said, why don't you come pick me up? But I'll show you. She didn't want to come pick me up. My daughter knows how to do this. My daughter's going to be able to. Okay, it's all right. My daughter do it.
Educate the Black community on how to manage their finances in a way that sets their family up for generational wealth. And a lot of that can start with a life insurance policy.
It's true.
That's your inheritance right there.
I agree.
You don't have to have a will or some large amount of money sitting in a shoebox somewhere to leave your family something behind.
It's true.
We all gonna die one day.
Obviously, you pay consistently some other tears.
I mean, either you get it from me or you're going to get it from somebody else, but you have to get it. And whether it be before you die and it's taken care of and your family has time to grieve instead of the opposite end where they're out starting GoFundMes and selling fish plates to cover your funeral because you're gone.
We had to do that for one of my cousins that was murdered 2 years ago.
I lost my little sister 2 to 3 years ago. She was murdered. We had nothing in place for her. We got it together a lot more quickly than I assumed we would, but there was nothing in place for her. Nothing in place. She's got a baby. Her older sister's got 5 babies. They're both business owners, and they hadn't even thought about getting life insurance until my sister died. Gun violence is a motherfucking sin. She's only 23.
My cousin, he was 22. He was the first person that was on my primary team with me.
Oh yeah? Okay. Are you still doing that? You still doing primary?
I need to pass my insurance exam.
Okay. It's not a hard test.
The first time I took it, I didn't do well.
Okay.
And then it took me longer to start getting revenue from it, so I had to get back to work because at the time everything was slowed down. Everybody was during COVID, so
I know exactly what you mean, though.
I couldn't just.
You've been there.
I had to, like even to keep my policy up, I had to work. So because I wasn't able to get my residuals yet, I had to pass the test.
Are you twisting that lock up back into itself?
The reason why is because we're not too straight.
One of them is longer than the other.
So I make a lot lower.
So that's why people do that. Huh? Twisted down onto my scalp. Why?
Because this lock right here and this lock is the space between them, probably about like that much space. So when I twisted it, I had to twist it a little tighter. So
That looks crazy to me.
yeah.
And down against the scalp and then hanging off. Is that how all of them are? Okay. Waiting on the end result.
You never wore two strands like this before?
I actually had my hair up in 2 strands a couple of weeks ago. It took me down and let it breathe, let it grow a little bit. But the way my wife did it, she didn't twist any of them against my scalp. They all were just hanging freely.
So they were looser twists?
Yeah, they were definitely looser than this too.
they remade a different word today, I think it would pop. If they remade a different word and made a different word today, I think it would pop.
They'll probably get it.
The black sororities are still popping.
Yeah, they are.
And if they made like the people that was in college now instructors at the actual alma mater,
Well,
that would be kind of cool.
they became instructors toward the end of the series. At the school, yeah. They started teaching it.
Yeah, should be right.
Successful black people.
But yeah, different road today would be dope. I'll wrap ours with this here. You look.
This about to be a new one. Say a rap one. Let me see, I've gotten Big Sean. That's when I had my low cut. And I've gotten Soldier Boy. That was when I was a teenager with no facial hair.
What have you got since you had locks?
Nobody? Oh, lookalikes. Since I had locks.
So I'm gonna try to put you with music artists. My categorizers. The reason why is because mainly I work with a lot of music artists, but a lot of music artists find themselves in situations where they need insurance.
Oh, where?
So that was my niche when I became part of primary, because I'm a music artist and I'm around a lot of music artists. I'm in music events. A lot of the music artists find themselves in situations where they,
Man, their life might be on the line. So, yeah.
the first thing the record label does when they have an artist that have, that's their asset, is get a life insurance policy
Yep.
just in case. So Pac, Big, they had like multi-million-dollar life insurance policies taken out over their life when they signed the contract.
Boy, them record labels to get a few million off of them even if they died. And on top of the royalties of the music, because they own all the art. That is a good way to look at it.
So I want to create a trust. I want to set my family set up to be set up like the Rockefellers. While they had the family trust, and everybody had life insurance policy that was part of the trust, and they could borrow against the trust because it became the family bank to start businesses. And then as a person passed on that was the elder, the money would go into the trust, and the same system would be set up for the next generation of people. So then it would compound. And as it would compound, it would do the first generation, let's say they all like in the 70s, when they passed, each of the family members had a life insurance policy and they had a trust that put money into the different trusts. And so the grandchildren would get compounded trust. So let's say the first trust had 1.7 in it, right? The next generation, they have the life insurance policy in the trust, they will have 3.5 in it, because it almost doubles because of the compound interest of I think it's a high money market account inside of the family trust on top of the life insurance policy.
Oh, wow. You got it set up the right way. And that's how I'm trying to be. But it's things like this that I need to know how to do. And I need to have the licenses to do so. So I'm working on my annuities and my securities licenses right now. And And that way I'll be able to help families invest their money. And I'm looking to get contracted with a trust company so that I can sell trust-funded life insurance to certain folks who want it.
Pretty interesting when I found it out. Rockefellers. Everybody had life insurance policies, money in high interest money market account, set up as a trust, which became the family bank. And it became the family bank by the oldest person passes. The first, you need a cash value life insurance policy, so they can borrow against it to create businesses. And you set up where the person passes, whoever was the heir in the trust, the next available kin or grandchildren, whoever was written out to receive it, they would inherit the family business, and they would also inherit the money from the life insurance policy, a portion of the life insurance policy. So I guess the life insurance policy was split. Like let's say if it was $1 million, portion will go to the next kin, and then the portion will go into the trust, so that way it compounds interest.
Right. You got some tissue in there?
I can believe so. Yep, I believe so right there.
If I want to throw my hair up in a ponytail, those are going to look kind of weird. The ones that are against the scalp.